Hello, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me. If someone could just confirm in the chat that you can. Looks like I'm live. Okay. Yay, thank you. Okay, it's lovely to see you guys. Oh, wow, nearly knocked the camera over. Beg your pardon. So guys, we're going to do some more twin flame connection checks for you this evening. For those of you that haven't seen this before, I'm just going to explain to you how it works. So a twin flame connection check is basically a method of looking into your energy to see if you have met your twin flame. Now, as long as I have a first name of the person you believe is your twin, I'm able to have a look and confirm if you are dealing with a real twin or not. Now, twins share an energetic field, so as a medium, I'm able to tune in, see what's happening, see if your twin flame lights are activated, and basically take a look and see what's going down. Now, if you're not dealing with a real twin, I will be honest, you may be dealing with a false twin. That does look different, but if it's not a real twin and it's not a false twin, I'll pull some cards for you to get a feel for what's happening. Now, if you don't want to know if you're dealing with a real twin or not, if you don't, don't ask me. If you're really certain you're dealing with a real twin and you're going to feel upset with the news that they're not, then don't find out. If you're really confident, that's okay. But I will say to those of you that, find out you're not dealing with a real twin, it doesn't matter. You've met this person for a reason and you've been brought to the twin flame journey for a reason. Now, the twin flame journey isn't just about love and romance. It's about self-love and coming into unity with self. It's about spreading unconditional love. It's so much more than just coming into union with your counterpart. And in many respects, twin flame relationships are really tough. So if you've met a high level soulmate or someone that you're just meant to have a beautiful relationship with, sometimes that's a lot easier than a twin flame connection. So there's no need to get upset about it. Now, I am going to start in a moment. If you would like to get on the list, you need to send payment by PayPal. Please do not use Super Chat. If you use Super Chat and I'm not able to get to you before the end of my time, I cannot refund you. So it's really important that you use PayPal. The details are in the description box. They're also in the chat. I'm just going to post them again for you. And make sure when you send your payment that you include in the notes your YouTube name, your first name and your twin's first name. Without that information, you will be delayed in receiving your reading. So the people that, do include that information will get on the list before you, even if you made your payment first. Don't email me your payment afterwards because I won't be able to see my emails while I'm doing this live chat. It's really important that you put it in the PayPal notes. If you forget to do that, you can, Lindy MC, who is my moderator today, you can let her know in the chat the twin's name and that information because she is managing my list today. So I'll be following her instructions. She's holding my PayPal account. She's going to be telling me as the payments come in. I can't do that whilst I'm doing the reads. So if you're not dealing with a real twin, I will pull some cards for you instead. Now, you have to excuse me, I'm wrapped up in a blanket. It's freezing in England. I'm sure it's colder where a lot of you guys are, but I'm a massive pussy, so I'm really cold. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Let's see who's first. Okay, we've got lots already. So first up is Alexandra and Matthew. Let's have a look-see. Alexandra and Matthew. Alex and Matthew. Matthew is not your twin flame. So your twin flame lights are not activated, which means he's not a false twin either. You haven't met your twin flame, but I'm going to pull some cards for you quickly, see if we can get a feel for what's happening between you and Alex. Usually if you've arrived at this journey, as I said, there's a reason. It's really weird. When I did this live earlier, the same cards came out over and over again. It was really crazy. Okay, so Alex has been brought to you to help you achieve a massive transformation. And I feel like there's a lot of resistance to change with you. I feel like you have tried to do some healing and you just don't seem to be able to move in the direction you want to. I don't see a union with you guys. There is a Four of Wands reversed here. Alex is here to trigger you into healing self. You need to go on this inner journey. You need to do that work. These are number 8 numbers. So that is a very spiritual number. It's the number of infinity. And you really, really you really need to start healing yourself, my love. Okay, so Alex has been sent to wake you up. And from what I'm seeing with the cards, that's what I see your connection is about. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's have a look. Candace and Nathan, we can do you now. We just need to confirm your payment in PayPal. Just lovely Jenny, I can't find your payment. If you email me, please, as I asked you earlier, I will contact you and figure it out. But we couldn't find your payment. I don't know if you've sent it to the wrong PayPal account, but we couldn't find it. Okay, so let's have a look at who is next. Ginger, didn't you have one last week? Did you just want to check in? I'm sure we did you last week. You're welcome to have an update and a check-in. Right, let's have a look who's next. Susan and Brian. Okay. Let's have a look for Susan and Brian. Susan and Brian. Susan, Brian is not your twin flame. I'm not seeing that you have twin flame lights activated, so he is not a false twin either. Let's have a look. It's a Bohemian Life. You don't need to send an email. If you just let Lindy MC know, if you let her know that PayPal email address you use, she can check your payments and put you on the list. Okay. Susan, Six of Pentacles. So there's been a lot of unequal give and take in this relationship, Susan. It's created a lot of anxiety for you. And I feel like it's triggered a lot of really old wounding for you. It looks to be like there's not been a lot of forward movement or communication in this connection. And there's a lot of very kind of anxious, just very anxious thoughts. There's a tremendous amount of anxiety. There's a lot of very self-limiting beliefs that are blocking you from moving forward. I don't see this relationship progressing. You really need to make a change, Susan. So I'm really sorry. Yeah, we've got the Two of Cups reversed. You need to make a change in yourself. You need to focus on you. You need to heal. I don't see that this relationship with Brian is going to progress for you. But thank you. I'm sorry if that's bad news. Right. Let's see who is next. Jessica and Ricky. Okay, Jessica and Ricky. Jessica, I can confirm that Ricky is your twin flame. Okay, so it looks like I'm really struggling to tune into you, and Ricky, bear with me. Okay, Jessica, he is your twin flame, but he has a lot of very, very dark energy around him, and this is blocking me from doing a proper reading for you, so I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to proceed. It's not appropriate for me to be doing these type of clearings during these readings. It can be very disruptive, and I'll end up getting compromised. So I'm going to ask Linda to refund you. I mean, I have confirmed he's your twin, but you can have a refund because I can't proceed with that. So we'll get you a refund sent out. I'm really sorry, but your twin needs a clearing. He's really dark. Okay, right, so next up, Ashley and Greg. Ashley and Greg. Shavonda, I know you sent a payment, but we did yours earlier. We definitely did yours. And it is a Bohemian Life. Just give Linda a moment because she'll be looking through PayPal to find your payment, so she can't reply straight away. So guys, just remember Linda's working between 3 screens right now. She's trying to talk to me through one. She's trying to talk to you guys through Top Chat, and she's trying to look at PayPal. So if she doesn't reply straight away, please just be patient. If you sent a PayPal payment and you've received a confirmation, you can assume that you're on the list. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of who is on the list so far. So Ashley and Greg are up next. Then we've got Stephanie and Danny, Rojas and Vivek, Maria and Alejandro, Amanda and Johnny, Jennifer and Anthony, Gloria and Martin, Delia and Angad, Jessica and Jose. There could be more. It just means they've not been added to my list yet. So just be patient with Linda. She's just looking through the payments now to try and add everything to the list and get everything organised. Hey, Hawk Intuition, lovely to see you. So just be patient, guys. Right. So Jessica and Ricky, I'm just going to ask Linda to refund you. You might not get it straight away. Please be patient, because I wasn't able to proceed with yours. Your twin really needs a clearing. Okay, Ashley and Greg. Let's do this. Okay, Ashley, Greg is actually a false twin. That's to say that he is not your actual twin because you've not met your actual twin, but your twin flame lights are activated. So I'm just going to pull some cards for you to see what we can find out about your connection with Greg. A false twin is usually someone that is designed to move you away from your actual twin path and to distract you from that. So he could be a high-level soulmate, but I feel like you're quite indecisive about that. I'm picking up that he is in very distorted masculine energy. You've got the Emperor reversed here and the Devil. So this is pretty dark energy surrounding this guy. And I feel like you've already moved away from him due to a third-party situation. So, I mean, he's not your twin. You've got a real twin incoming. I feel like the relationship was predominantly sexual. And you may have known him in a past life, so some kind of soul connection there, but he was a bit of a player and has really messed you around. So you need to get on the healing path because you've got a real twin flame incoming. I really hope that helps. Adam, yeah, we've just seen that. Linda will add that to the list. Okay. Okay. Next is Stephanie and Danny. Okay, Stephanie and Danny, let's see what we've got for you. Stephanie and Danny. I'm sorry, Stephanie, I don't see that Danny is your twin either, or that your twin flame light is activated. So let's pull some cards to you and see what's happening with Danny. Queen of Wands, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Strength reversed, Tower reversed, King of Pentacles reversed. I don't know if Danny was married or involved in a relationship and things haven't got off the ground. You've not had that new beginning. There is a 3 here, which indicates that. I feel like he's pretty self-absorbed anyway. We've got Strength in the Tower reversed, so, you know, this looks to have been a really difficult connection that you've not been able to move away from. But the Queen of Wands, you know, she's the Queen of Fire and Spirit, so I feel like this is designed to help you move forward. I don't see that there's a lot of positive energies, to be honest with you, between yourself and Danny. I don't feel like this is a relationship that's going to serve you. It feels like you've just, it kind of needs to break. It needs to kind of end and you won't let it. You're very indecisive. But I'm picking up that he's quite manipulative and controlling. And, you know, he's not making any tangible offers. So you really need to focus on you. You need a strategy for moving forward. I really hope that helps. Okay, let's see who else is next. Let's have a look. Rojas and Vivek. Okay. Shavonda, you are on the list, that's fine. Rojas and Vivek. Okay, Rojas, I'm really sorry, Vivek is not your twin. And you do not have twin flame lights activated, so he is not a false twin either. Okay, bear with me, Adriana, I'll double check that for you with Linda. Okay, let's have a look what is going on with your guy, Rahath. Amazing how the same cards come out every time. So I feel like, again, you may have moved away from this person because they may have been involved with someone else. You've got the Three of Cups energy though here. That doesn't always mean a third party. It can actually mean partying or very destructive behaviours. There doesn't seem to be a lot of emotional value in this connection, honestly. I do feel like he's helped you learn a bit more about yourself and you found his intellectual kind of conversation stimulating, but this feels like very much a player energy with a lesson that you were refusing to learn. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. You need to move away from that guy. Abby C, you need to put your information in the PayPal notes. Guy, if you're sending PayPal payments, please put the requested information in the notes. I need your YouTube name, your first name, and the first name of the person that you believe is your twin. It's a tremendous amount of hard work for Linda to have to go back and cross-reference the live chat and try and find your questions. It causes massive delays, and it will mean that we are delayed in getting your reading done. So if you're sending PayPal payments, please do include the right information in the PayPal notes. I'm just going to check with Linda because we've got Maria and Alejandra. I don't know if that is you, Andrea, if it's someone else. Bear with me, I'm just looking into that. Right, I'm going to do Amanda and Johnny while I'm waiting for a response about Maria or Andrea and Alejandro, because I don't know if that's one set of twins or another one. Okay, so Amanda and Johnny. Amanda, I'm sorry, Johnny is not your twin. Wow, we've got a lot of people that aren't twins today. Your twin flame light isn't activated. I'm not seeing that you have met a twin. So I'm just going to check the cards for you so we can get some clarity on what might be happening with you, with Johnny. Yes, please, Hawk Intuition. That would be marvellous. Thank you. Right, so Johnny, we've got Knight of Wands in reverse, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot of conflict between you and things kind of never quite get past that start line. I don't see that there's any soul connection here or any karmic connection. This just appears to be a relationship that's kind of centered around games, indecision, back and forward. There could be a third party that you don't know about. And you don't want to believe that this person is a player. Now, you're obviously pretty angry about this as well. I'm really sorry. This doesn't look to be a kind of spiritual connection. It does seem to be, you know, just a kind of normal relationship that's not working out for you. I'm really, really sorry. So guys, if you're sending PayPal payments to get on the list, please include your information in the PayPal notes. It's going to cause delays and your reading won't be seen to as quickly. It may get you bumped down on the list. And please stop asking for payment confirmations. You receive one of those from PayPal. Linda's got so much work to do. She's working between 3 screens. So if you've made a payment from PayPal, you will receive a confirmation from PayPal, and you can also check it on your accounts. I don't mean to be abrupt with that, but like, you don't understand how fast these payments come in and how difficult it is for Linda to hold that list, get the right information, and transfer that information to me. It's a lot of work, believe me. It's really stressful. Okay, next up we have, right, it is Maria and Alejandro. So Adriana, I don't know, that's the name we've got. It's Maria and Alejandro. That's the name that was on the PayPal note. So Adriana, perhaps you're further down the list. Right, so Maria and Alejandro. No, you are also not a twin flame. Let's pull some cards for you. Goodness me, we've had a lot of these in a row tonight. What's going on with Maria and Alejandro? There's unresolved karma between you guys. You are meant to be healing. You are meant to be moving into self-love. I feel like there's kind of ongoing conflict that's never quite resolved, and you never get past this kind of beginning point. It's almost like it's great for a while and then it kind of ends in conflict. I do feel like you've started healing, but this is definitely unresolved karma between you. This person is supposed to be teaching you about having faith in self and your own intuition and your own judgment. So definitely a karmic connection there. I hope that helps. I'm really sorry it's not a twin. Okay, let's see who's next. So guys, if you're sending PayPal payments, please be sure to include in the notes your YouTube name, your first name and the first name of your twin. Without that information, it's going to be really difficult for us to get all the right information, and you won't get on the list as quickly because Linda's going to have to come back and confirm it with you. This is going to cause delays. I've noticed some of you asking for confirmation. You will receive a confirmation email from PayPal. Linda's just one person. She's managing 3 different screens at the moment, bless her. So it's really difficult for her to get you a confirmation, but you should get that from PayPal. Okay, next up is Jennifer and Anthony. Now, before I do them, I'm just going to let you know who else is on the list. So we've got this next up after after Jennifer and Anthony, we've got Gloria and Martin, Delia and Angad, Jessica and Jose, Ishwarya and Aishu, Lisa and Drew, Brenda and Tony, Shavonda and James, an alias and Max. I can't work with an alias. Whoever put in an alias, I do need a first name, even if it's a nickname. I need something to identify you with. Please let Linda know. Sorry, it's Annalisa and Max. I beg your pardon. Ari and Quincy, Lizzie and Dave, Adriana and Kevin, Caitlin and Sean, Norman and Ian, Monica and Manuel, Maria and Gaetano, Tact and Stephen, Tracy and Stephen, Jackie and Chris, Brittany and Chad, Kathy and Matthew. Now, if you have sent a payment and your name has not appeared there, it doesn't mean I haven't got your payment. It just means you've not been added to my list yet. But that gives you all a clue as to where you're at on the list. Okay. Oh, man. Do you know what? I've lost track of who I just did now. I think I was at Jennifer and Anthony. Jennifer and Anthony. No. I can't see you and Anthony, Jennifer. There is actually a block on your energy. I don't know if you just have very robust protection that I'm not able to look at, or if something is blocking me. But I'm going to have to send you a refund. But I can't do yours. I'm really sorry. So I'm just going to ask Linda to refund you. So refund Jennifer and Anthony. Bear with me. Okay. Right, so next up we have got Gloria and Martin. Gloria Martin is definitely your twin flame. Both of you have a karmic cord attached. Martin is at a slight distance, so I'm guessing this is a relationship he may have just left, or it could be a relationship he's in the middle of leaving, or there's a great distance between them. Your karmic cord is slightly older, I'd say within the last 1 to 3 years. I can cut yours, Gloria, but I can't cut Martin's. There's too much unresolved karma in Martin's. So I'm going to go ahead and cut yours. You may feel a little bit emotional for a couple of days. It brings a lot of stuff to the surface to be healed and resolved. So you must sit with that and heal through it. Don't ignore it. Looking at a connection, you haven't completed the sexual union stage. So that means you either haven't been physically intimate with your twin since you've arrived at the twin flame journey. That means you've realised you're a twin flame, or that physical intimacy hasn't been sufficient with the opening of the heart space to engage the activation lights of sexual union. I am seeing that you are knee deep in the runner chaser stage, and it feels like you have done quite a bit of healing, but you need to do more. Your twin is not so good at the kind of emotional expression, so I don't see that he's actually even responding to the triggers, or he doesn't have an awareness that he needs to do any healing. So I'm really sorry about that. I mean, your healing will trigger his healing, but right now he's really closed off. What else can we see here? The guys are saying you just need to focus on being okay. You need to focus on yourself. So I really hope that was helpful, Gloria. Okay, Delia and Angad. Delia, Angad is your twin flame. I'm seeing that he could be married or already in a committed relationship. There's a karmic cord on his side, and there's no distance between them. It looks like that relationship's kind of full blown and, you know, happening. I can't cut that cord. I do see a very old cord on your side, Delia. I mean, I say very old again, it's probably max 3 or 4 years, could be shorter. I can cut that cord for you. Okay, that's done. So regardless of the stage you're at in the journey, you are knee deep in that runner-chaser dynamic. I don't see that you are making any healing progress. I feel like your heart is open to healing. There's an awareness of the desire, the need to heal, but there is not enough determination or dedication to that healing journey. So you really need to start getting on the healing path. So I really hope that helped, my darling. Okay, Jessica and Jose. Jessica and Jose. So just a reminder before I do that one, to those of you that are joining, if you would like to get on the list, please send your payment to PayPal, not Super Chat. And you need to make sure you include in the PayPal notes your YouTube name, your first name, and your twin's first name. Without that information, I can't read for you, and it may cause delays. So it's really important you do include that. It's a bohemian life. We can't check emails at the moment. I mean, we can search by email. So if Linda's not finding it in my PayPal account, you need to confirm if you sent the payment to the right PayPal account. Just trying to read through some of these messages. Right, Adriana. I've already said Maria and Alejandro weren't you. If you put in the notes Adriana and Alejandro, then it's a different one, and I've just not reached you on my list yet. I don't know if you're on my list. You just have to be patient. There's a lot of people paying, and we're trying to keep up with it. I'd really appreciate if you guys can be patient, and please pay attention to what Lindy MC is saying in the chat, because a lot of you haven't included the information in the notes that we need. And that's going to hold up. That's going to hold up me doing your reading for you. So please make sure you include the right information. And if you haven't included that information and you're aware you haven't, please make sure that Lindy MC has that information, or you will not be put on the list, and there'll be a delay in me getting to you. So Jessica and Jose. Jessica, Jose is your twin. It looks to me like both of you are currently in a relationship, in karmic relationships. I don't see that there is a distance between you and them and those cords. So I'd be very surprised if you were still in those relationships. I can't cut either of those cords for you because there is so much unresolved karma there. As far as the progress goes, I'm seeing a tiny bit of progress for you, Jessica, in the healing space. I'm not seeing anything for Jose. It looks like he's very good at blocking out the triggers, the emotional intimacy. So I don't see any progress for you there. However, on the healing front on your side, you have made a good start and you're moving towards that surrender stage. So you need to keep going. I'm guided that if you deepen your practice, you dedicate time to self-love daily, you're going to really accelerate that healing process. At the moment, it's a bit up and down and very inconsistent. So I hope that helps for you. Okay, next up is Ishwarya and Aishu. Before I begin, guys, just to remind you, if you're sending payment, please do include the right information in your PayPal notes. If you're not giving us your twin's first name, your first name, I will not be able to do a reading for you, and Linda will not put you on the list until she gets it. So please make sure that you're responding to her questions in the chat. Make sure you can see what Lindy MC is asking in case she's double checking information with you. So Ishwarya and Aishu, let's have a look. Ishwarya and Aishu. I'm really sorry, Ishwarya. Aishu is not your twin. You do not have any twin flame lights activated, so he is not a false twin either. I'm going to pull some cards for you to see if we could get some clarity. So we've got the High Priestess reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, the Sun reversed. There's a lot of blocked energies here, and the Emperor reversed. So it seems like there's a lot of mind games going on here, Ishwarya, and because you're not in your own power, you're not, you're existing in self-love deficit, you're not loving yourself, so you're tolerating these mind games. There's a lot that hasn't been shared. I feel like Aishu hasn't been honest with you. He's been playing games with you, and you are not using your own intuition. I feel like you've been feeling pretty bitter and cynical. So this definitely isn't a twin flame connection. I'm really sorry, and this person doesn't look to be very honest. And if you were connected to your intuition and loving yourself, you'd have a much clearer picture of this. So you're really guided to start trying to work yourself to a still place, because there's a lot of bitterness and resentment and anger in this connection at the moment. It's not healthy for you. So I really hope that helps. Let's have a look. So Brittany, we need your twin's name. Brittany, if you have paid, please tell Lindy MC your twin's name. Nikki Johnson, we've refunded everyone that didn't get done in the last live stream. Okay. So Linda, we've already got a Brittany on the list. It could be another Brittany. Could you confirm, please, if it's a different Brittany? Hey, Made for Love, my girl. Love you so much. Thank you for joining us. Made for Love, if you could work at keeping me clear, I'd love that, because the energy is really crazy this evening. Okay, Lisa and Drew, you are up next. So Lisa, Drew is your twin flame. I feel like you really wanted me to say he wasn't, but he is. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, both of you have karmic cords, but they're really old. So these do look to be relationships that you've left. I'm going to snip both of them for you. Lisa, I'm guided to unblock your sacral chakra, my darling. There's a lot of unresolved trauma there pertaining to some kind of sexual abuse in your history. You really need to focus on that, because it's blocking your heart from being open to healing. That wound that you're so terrified of confronting is blocking everything. So I've just cleared that out for you. You are knee deep in the runner chaser stage. I'm guessing you must be in a lot of pain. So I do apologise. I'm sorry that you're really hurting, but you really need to get on the healing path, and this requires you to confront all of your deep inner wounds so that you can start moving forward on this journey. But he is your twin. So I hope that helps, Lisa. Okay, Brenda and Tony. Brenda, Tony is definitely your twin flame. And you are actually a very highly evolved divine feminine. You've been doing beautiful healing work. I'm seeing that you're an energy healer or a Reiki practitioner. You've got this beautiful rainbow of colour in your energy. And you're making fabulous healing progress. Now, I do see a karmic cord attached on your twin side. there is a slight distance between them and this karmic, so they may have recently left that relationship, but it could be one that's kind of on its way out. It's sort of borderline. I can't cut it. I can cut the one on your side. That's a very old relationship, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that for you now. And the advice from the guides for you is to heal yourself as much as you are healing others. Yes, we do heal ourselves as we heal others, but you can't begin digging out your own wounds unless you are focused and giving dedicated time to your own healing. So I really hope that helps, Brenda. Shavonda and James. Shavonda and James. Okay, let's go. Shavonda, James is definitely your twin. I'm seeing he's got a karmic up very close. I'm guessing that's a relationship he is still in. There is a karmic on your side. This is an older relationship. So I can cut the one on your side. I can't cut the one on James's side. Pardon me. Hold on. I just need to get a drink. Okay. So Shavonda and James. So I'm seeing that you guys are in the runner chaser stage. Shavonda, your heart is open to healing, but you're not taking enough action. So there hasn't been much healing progress in the heart space. And my guides are asking me to remind you that energy doesn't lie. I feel like you talk a good talk, you say the right things, you feel like you're playing it cool, but it's not about how you're communicating with James. It's about the energy behind that communication. So you can play the game and play it cool, but it's not going to have an impact if the energy isn't balanced and still. So you really need to focus on you. You need to focus on sitting in your power. James is at least responding to triggers, and I feel like he's got quite an open heart space. So as you begin to make progress, he will. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, Annalisa and Max, you are next. Annalisa and Max. Let's go, Annalisa and Max. Annalisa, I don't see that Max is your twin. I don't see that you have twin flames lights activated, so Max is not a false twin either. I'm going to pull some cards for you so we can get a feel for what's happening here. So we've got the 3 of Cups reversed. Got the 6 of Cups reversed. We've got the 2 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Swords, 4 of Cups reversed. So I feel like this person's rejected you quite brutally. Perhaps some time ago, he's literally just ignored you. There's a lot of self-limiting beliefs here, and I feel like you may have been in a relationship yourself already, or he may have been. There isn't necessarily a soul connection here. But I do feel this person was just playing games with you, and this is why there was kind of a lot of indecision. He's quite a selfish person. Now, we've got a Hermit reverse here, so you really need to get into your own power and start looking within. You're being called to heal. But I don't see that there's a soul level connection here. But I do see that you've been called to this journey for a reason. You know, you're being woken up. You're being asked to reunite with yourself, to answer your soul's calling, to get invested in yourself. I feel like you've been waiting for an apology from this person. I'm really sorry, but I'm guided. I don't think it's coming. Good news is I do think you've got someone incoming. If you can just allow yourself enough time to breathe and the space to meditate and come into union with self, you know, you've got husband material waiting in the wings, but you're blocking the divine plan for love because you're not in a balanced place. So I really hope that helps. Okay. Ashley June, your question, if you haven't met your twin flame yet, can you still see that person's energy? No, is the answer. So when I look at a twin flame connection, if you haven't met your twin, it's literally like a dormant energy with no features, no information surrounding it. So I can see if your twin flame lights are activated and there is a twin incoming. I usually only see that if there's a false twin connection. It's very unusual to have twin flame lights activated. Usually you would have met your twin pretty quickly once they've come on, but sometimes a false twin can jump in and interfere. So, yeah, the answer to your question is no. If you've not met your twin flame, I can't tell you who it is or when they're coming. So guys, if you want to pay for a reading, you can do that by sending your payment to PayPal. The link for that is in the description box of the video. Please make sure you include your YouTube name, your first name, and the first name of the person you believe is your twin. Without that information, you won't get on my list because I can't read for you without it. So if it's not been included, Lindy will come into the chat and ask you, but make sure you try and include it in the notes because God bless her, she's got a big job trying to keep this list up to date for me. Okay, Ari and Quincy. Ari and Quincy. Ari and Quincy, I do see that you are twin flames. Thank you, Hawk Intuition. I really appreciate your good vibes. Ari and Quincy, I do see that you are twin flames. It looks like Quincy may be in a relationship. He's got a karmic attached quite close. I can't cut that cord. Ari, you also have one that is fairly close. If you're not in this relationship, or you are, I mean, it looks like it could be on the way out, but it's still fairly close. I can't cut that cord either. Sorry, I'm really struggling to get a good look, a good view at yours. Okay, that's better. So, Ari, you are knee-deep in the runner-chaser dynamic. You must be really hurting. I'm getting a lot of tremendous push-pull energy. I feel like you're both really strongly projecting quite powerful wounds back at one another. And Quincy is kind of good at bouncing them back, but he's not good at absorbing them. So he's probably standing a bit taller on this journey so far and seeming a lot less bothered. So you really need to get on the healing path, my darling. I know you're waiting for him to come back and make you happy, but this is something you've got to do for yourself. You're going to be stuck in this runner-chaser dynamic if you don't start changing how you approach the journey. It's a case of evolve or repeat. And the guides are saying you know what to do. You've got the intellectual capacity to understand what this journey means, but you're not embracing that truth. So I really hope that helps you. Pandemonium, you can ask for a progress view of your journey, absolutely. Just put in the notes that that's what you would like. Alexandra, is it possible to have a connection through spiritual but not have met her or only seen her on TV? I have had people that are twin flames with celebrities that they haven't met, which I don't envy those people. That is a horrific position to be put in because it's pretty difficult to get in front of them. So, but yes, that does happen. Lizzie and Dave, you are next. Okay. Lizzie, Dave is not your twin flame. I'm really sorry. I'm going to pull some cards for you so we can get a look at what the situation is for you. I don't see that you have twin flame lights activated. Let's have a look. So I feel like even though this person hasn't offered you a great deal, Lizzie, you've just struggled to let go of them. I'm picking up as well that you are being triggered to wake up here, that this person, despite not offering you much, does kind of give you some kind of emotional fulfillment. But actually, if you allow yourself time to think about it, it's not a healthy place to be. You need to release a lot of disappointment and regret because you're really not commanding enough for yourself from this connection. But you really are being called to wake up and to bring yourself back into balance and emotional stability. I do feel like there's a lot of conflict between you and this person. We've got the Lovers reversed. So this isn't so much about a romantic relationship with them. This is about you coming into union with yourself. So I really hope that helps. I'm sorry that if that wasn't the news you wanted. Nikki Johnson, the PayPal email address is in the article description box. So if you look in the description box of the video, you can find the PayPal link. Okay, let's see who's next. Adriana and Kevin. Adriana and Kevin. Okay. Adriana and Kevin, I don't see that you are dealing with a real twin flame. I'm really sorry. You do not have twin flame lights activated, so I don't know that you've got an twin coming, but this person definitely isn't a twin flame. Let's pull some cards to you. We've got the Four of Wands reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Moon reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, Two of Wands reversed. So there's a tremendous amount of blocked energy here. There's a tremendous amount of anger, bitterness, resentment, a lot of indecision and a lot of doubt, a lot of disillusion, a lot of just not trusting yourself, not trusting this person. And yet I feel like you cling on and you cling on even though you're just clutching at straws. I'm really sorry. This looks like a pretty hopeless connection. And you need to be moving away from it because there is something more fulfilling coming towards you. But there's some karmic lesson that needs to be resolved here in this connection first. So I'm really sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's have a look. So guys, if you want to get on the list, the PayPal link is in the description box below. You can find it in the video description. Please be sure to include your YouTube name, your first name and your twin's first name in the PayPal notes. If we don't get that information, it's going to hold you up from being put on the list. So, you know, the list goes in order of payment, but if there's no name on there, you won't go on the list until Linda's got it. So it's just going to slow down me coming to you. Right, Caitlin and Sean. Caitlin and Sean. Caitlin, I'm really sorry. I'm not seeing that Sean is your twin. I'm going to have a look. No, this is mad. The same cards keep coming out for every pile. This happened earlier. It's crazy. So this is a karmic connection for you, Caitlin. You're not good at being on your own. You're not good at spending time on your own. I feel like this person has completely aired you. And this has created a really painful tower moment for you. It's been really hard because the communication was rapid fire and going really well. And I feel like it's just come to a sudden halt. But this is a karmic lesson. You need to learn how to be on your own. And this is a beautiful brand new beginning for you. You need to have, there needs to be some inner reflection here, because I feel like unless you've got kind of some kind of attention from, you know, a love interest, you feel lonely and kind of empty, and that's not a healthy place to be, my love. So there is a karmic reason that you've been pulled to this journey. You need to understand that it's not healthy to attach your happiness to other people. You need to learn this for yourself. You need to learn to be happy by yourself, and that's when you're going to attract a really positive and healthy relationship. Okay, let's see who's next. Norma and Ian. Norma and Ian. Okay, Norma and Ian. Norma. Ian is a false twin. So you have got twin flame lights activated, but it's not Ian. A false twin is usually someone that is compromised by dark entities or forces with the sole intention of derailing your real twin flame journey. So I'm going to pull some cards for you, but the fact that you've met a false twin means that you are quite likely to meet a real twin. And I would say usually very soon. Your twin flame light is activated, and that is going to magnetize your twin towards you. So it looks like Ian has rejected you and triggered you anyway, but you're being called to step into your divine feminine power. I believe that you may have left a relationship for Ian, or there's some kind of relationship that has got involved with this. This connection could have moved very quickly for you guys, but it's not got that true unconditional love in there that should be in a twin flame connection, and therein lies the difference. I know it can feel very magnetic, but this is definitely not a real twin flame. We've got 2 5s here. This is rejection, being out in the cold. We've got mind games. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You know, this isn't a balanced connection at all. So you really need to move away from Ian and hopefully find your real twin. Good luck with that. Do keep us updated. Monica and Manuel. Monica and Manuel. I'm afraid the live chat is going very slow for me. Song, I did your refund earlier myself. I'm pretty sure we did refund you, but we'll double check it when the live is finished. If you could please drop me an email, hello@happytwins1111. So guys, if you are inquiring about refunds from earlier today, we can't check that now. I did ask everyone at the end of the last live to email me, and everyone that did got a refund. So we're in the middle of a live now. We're dealing with a live. If you're inquiring about payments, bookings, or anything from any other time, please drop me an email. It's it's hello@happytwins1111. I can't check that for you now. Okay, I beg your pardon. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be blunt with that. It's really difficult to keep up with the list, to keep up with the super chat. A lot of people still aren't putting the right names in the notes, so it's really hard to keep on top of everything. Okay, next up is Maria and Gaetano. So Maria and Gaetano. Maria and Gaetano, you are definitely twins. I do see that Gaetano is probably still involved in a karmic relationship. There is not enough distance between him and that person for me to cut that cord. Maria, it does look like you may also be in a karmic relationship, or you've not long left one, and I can't cut your cord either. Now you have got the sexual union lights activated, so this will blow open the heart space to healing. However, despite that, I am seeing that you've not really made much healing progress, that you're still trying to control this journey and the connection with Gaetano through your external circumstances. But you really need to go within. You need to learn to meditate. There are some deep childhood inner wounds here relating to, I think this is parental abandonment. I don't know if you were raised by a grandmother, but there's some kind of wounding here surrounding abandonment that needs to be resolved, and you need to develop the strength to face that. You're ready to heal from that now. So I really hope that helps. Okay, Tact and Stephen. Yes, you are twin flames. Oh, so many karmics tonight. I do see that Stephen may be in a relationship with someone. This relationship could be on its way out because there is a bit of distance there. Tact, you've also got a cord, but this is an older relationship. I can cut yours, so I'm going to trim that one. It does look like you are really deep in that runner chaser push-pull energy. The sexual union lights are activated. Stephen is not giving much energy to this connection right now. He seems to be very blocked off. His heart is very closed. He is very scared, is what I'm hearing. Tact, I'm hearing that you need to calm down, you need to slow down, you need to back off, and you need to concentrate on yourself. The way you're behaving right now doesn't serve the connection. You have to just relax, and you have to start turning the attention onto your own healing. So I really hope that helps. Okay. Tracy and Stephen. Tracy and Stephen, you are up next, my darlings. Let's have a look. Tracy and Stephen. Tracy, I'm really sorry. Stephen isn't a twin. You don't have twin flame lights activated. So I'm feeling like you haven't met your twin flame at all. And you I don't know, I can't say if you are going to or not. I mean, I always think we arrive at this twin flame journey for a reason. So let's see what Stephen is all about. We have got the Seven of Cups reversed. You know the drill reversed. The Sun, Seven of Pentacles reversed. And the World, the Ace of Swords. And the Lovers reversed. So you are being asked to invest in yourself and your own joy. I don't know if you're pregnant or if you have a child already, but there's a need to focus on a child. I don't know what that means to you, But this connection with Stephen looks to be over. It doesn't feel like it's an option anymore, and you're having trouble acknowledging that truth. It's like you just don't want to give up. But there was a very unbalanced connection between you. It was never equal give and take. And there are some important higher lessons being presented to you here that you are just not acknowledging, because you don't want to accept that that connection wasn't victorious. I don't know if there's a kid involved and this person is your husband and they've left, or it's kind of confusing energies, but I'm definitely picking up a child energy between you two, but he's definitely not your twin flame, and you need to recognize that this doesn't look like a healthy connection for you, so I'm really sorry. Okay, Jackie and Chris. Jackie and Chris. Let's have a look. Jackie and Chris. Yes, you are twin flames. Hold on. You're not twin flames. That's the one I've just done. Yeah. I beg your pardon. Brittany and Chad. So Brittany and Chad, let's have a look. I'm going to have a break after this one, guys. You can still get on the list. We still have room. You need to send your payment to PayPal, please. It's 22 US dollars. You do need to include your YouTube name. You need to include your first name and your twin's name. You need to put that in the PayPal notes, please. If you don't put that in the PayPal notes, you're not going to get on the list as quick as you could. It's going to create delays. So, Brittany and Chad. Brittany, I'm really sorry, my darling, but you are not a twin flame. You do not have twin flame lights activated. I'm going to pull some cards for you. So it feels like you're not getting much attention from this person anyway. This connection has done you some good, because I feel like you're beginning to release codependent energy. You have been doing some healing, but it's like you cannot let this go. You're still very trapped with some very self-limiting beliefs, and I feel like this person does come forward from time to time and kind of keeps you in the mix. But this isn't a twin flame connection, and you really need to release yourself from it, because I don't see, and we've got the Two of Cups in reverse there, I don't see that there's, in fact, there is an opportunity coming, but that's not Chad. Once you work through your fear of abandonment and your fear of rejection, there is a beautiful union coming for you, but it's not with this person. This person is not your twin, and I don't believe that they are treating you especially well, but they have helped you grow. So it's been a useful relationship for you, but it's time for you to move on, because at the moment your refusal to let this go is blocking union energies. It's blocking you from moving forward with a true happy relationship. So I hope that was helpful, Brittany. Okay, let's have a look. Liz and Frank, you are next. Liz and Frank. Liz and Frank, for some reason, I'm guided not to do a twin flame connection check for you. I don't know why. It's happened sometimes. It could just be that I'm not the right person to read for you. I'm really sorry. I'm going to ask Linda to give you a refund. I do apologise. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong. If I thought there was anything wrong, I'd let you know. But I'm just guided that I cannot do a connection check for you. I'm really sorry. Okay. Gaia or Gia, apologies if I've pronounced your name wrong. Gaia and Rami. Gaia Rami is not a twin flame. I'm really sorry. I don't see that you have twin flame lights activated. Let me have a look at what is happening there. So we've got the Lovers reversed, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the King of Cups, King of Wands, the World, Ten of Pentacles reversed, and the Six of Wands in reversed. I feel like you might be torn between two people, or you might be married to someone else or with someone already, but you're not prepared to bring that to a close so you can start something with this new person. And this could be a fire sign and a water sign. We've got Aries and Scorpio energy here. The reason things aren't moving forward for you, Gaia, is because you're ignoring the call of your soul. You're really being asked to step into a much more reflective place, to develop some self-awareness and to start working on yourself and figuring out how to be happy from the inside. You spent a long time pinning your happiness on relationships, and that's always going to leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled. And I feel you get very angry with these people for not making you feel loved in the way you feel you need to, but that's not something they can give you. We have to feel love inside first. No one else can do it for us. So it looks like there's a third party situation here for you, Gammy, but Rami is not your twin flame. I'm really sorry. Okay. Candace and Nathan. I'm just going to have a little break, guys. There is still time to get on the list. I'm going to do about another... Let me just see how many is on the list at the moment. Good Lord. Okay, it's 1, 2. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of who's on the list so you know who's next. We've got Candace and Nathan, Michaela and Rob, Tara and William, Susan and Brian, Abby C and JP, Ceci and Dino, Julissa and Dave, Christina and Leon, Nikki and Joey, Sumatra and Navpreet, Jennifer and Adam, Ginger and Dane, Pamela and Jim. So I'm just going to have a little break. Nikki and Clarence are also on the list. Oh. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to take a moment to reground and to protect myself again. Tell you what, I don't know who sent me a shot of light then, but I felt it. Thank you very much. God bless you. That was really lovely. Okay, so who is next? I beg your pardon, Candace and Nathan. Candace and Nathan. Was that you, Guided Intuition? I thought it was, sorry, Hawk Intuition either. I thought it might be, darling. Thank you. You're so sweet. Right. Nathan, Candace. You are not twins, Candace and Nathan. Let's have a look. Candace and Nathan, this person isn't your twin. You don't have a twin flame light activated. And I know you're in a lot of pain right now. There feels like there's such a lot of grief and disappointment here, but you're being called to release anxious attachment. Like, it feels like there was some really brutal confrontation with this, but this relationship was brought forward to trigger you to wake up, to move back into emotional stability, self-fulfilled emotional stability, so you can have a brand new start. But it's not going to be with Nathan. I'm guided that this person is here to teach you that relationship is over. There is a beautiful new relationship coming in for you when you surrender to the love you have for yourself and you make that new beginning. And that's not something that can be planned. It's something that happens energetically when you achieve this emotional balance and fulfillment, you're going to move into an energy that's going to draw a soulmate, a very abundant, very balanced, grounded, stable relationship for you, which is, I feel, what you crave. But this isn't something you can make happen. You don't manifest it by asking the universe for a soulmate. You manifest it by asking for awakening, for ascension, by learning to come into love with self is what you need to do, Candace. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, Michaela and Rob. Michaela, Rob is definitely your twin flame. I feel like you wanted to hear otherwise. You want to get off the crazy train. I feel you, girl. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Jackie, I'm pretty sure I did you. Is your partner Chris? Is it Jackie and Chris? If you just let me know, I did do a Jackie and Chris. But sorry, let me get back to Michaela and Rob. So Michaela and Rob, you two both have karmic cords, but these are old relationships. And I can cut both of those for you. So they're both old relationships that you're connected to. I do see that you're making pretty nice healing progress. You have got a good chunk of healing done. You should be really proud of yourself. You're moving forward. I don't see that your twin is so much. Rob isn't quite as open to healing. I feel he's really skeptical about the spiritual stuff, and his heart just isn't open to love at all. So I know that that's really hard for you, but you can't heal him either. You really need to focus on your own healing. Stay focused on it. Stay on track. My guide is saying you kind of get deviated from it because of his pain and his drama, but you really need to focus on yourself, okay? But you're doing really good. So good stuff. It's really nice to see someone that's progressing so beautifully. Jackie Duckworth, I've already done you. I did Jackie and Chris. I'm sure I did. Okay. Let's see who's next. Tara and William. Tara and William. Tara, William is not your twin flame, but I'm going to pull some cards for you. Wow. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is probably a relationship you're still in that you need to transform. You're taking a lot of burden and weight on your shoulders. I feel like you really are in your divine feminine power. We've got the Empress here. You're like a powerhouse. You're power mama. But it feels like you're carrying all the weight and responsibility in this connection. It feels like William is very disempowered right now. He needs to do a lot of inner healing and he's not able to do that. And this is blocking the connection from being where it needs to be. He needs to make a decision to change. I guess it would be nice if he could be a bit more romancing. I do feel like his barrier's down, like he's gonna start moving forward soon. There you go, we've got the Empress. That's beautiful. He wants to take control. I feel like he is now willing, but he's just kind of disempowered right now. But I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you in this connection, and you need to focus on you. You need to focus on healing you. He'll get there in his own time. So I do feel like it's quite positive for you two, even if it doesn't look it at the moment, but he's not your twin. Really sorry about that. He needs to change, and when he changes, the relationship will change, but you can only focus on changing you. Okay. Susan and Brian. Susan and Brian. Let's have a look. Okay, Susan and Brian. Susan and Brian. Something is blocking me from Susan and Brian. It's not my guides. Susan and Brian, if you don't mind, Made for Love, if you're still with us, I'm going to put Susan and Brian back on the list a couple of spaces. If Made for Love is still with us, perhaps you can have a little clearing of that couple. I'll see if they can come back, if I can come back to them. The way it looks at the moment, Susan and Brian, I just can't see what's happening there. I'm really sorry. Okay, next up is Abby and JP. Abby and JP. Let's have a look. Abby and JP. Yes, JP is your twin. Okay, JP really needs clearing. There's a lot of dark energy around JP. He looks to be in a very toxic karmic situation. Unfortunately, I can't cut that cord. I can't cut that cord. You've also got a cord, Abby, which isn't that far away. So I'm guessing that's a relationship that you're not long out of. I can cut that cord for you. It's really hard to see what's happening in your connection because JP has got so much dark energy around him. It's really hard for me to see. I mean, from what I can tell, it's his side of the ring that I can't see, like his side of the energy that I'm not being able to tune into because he's just got such a lot of dark energy around him. But from your side, I can see that you're not healing, that you really need to open your heart to healing. There's a wound, there's an inner child wound that's related to your sacral chakra and some kind of really dark experience, traumatic experience with a man, possibly a family member, but not your father, and that needs to be resolved. You need to start healing from that because it's blocking the flow of energy. But your twin is in a place of extreme darkness. They could be in a dark night of the soul. Either way, I would recommend you get them cleared, Abby. Okay, but get yourself on the healing path, my darling. Face your wounds. It's not as scary as you think. My guides are saying you can do this. You just need to step up. Right, Jackie and Chris, I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd done you. I'm sorry, Jackie and Chris. It's just not clear what's happening with you. We've got a lot of dark DMs this evening. I don't think Chris is your DM. No, he's not a twin flame. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Instead, I don't see any twin flame lights activated for you. There's definitely not an equal give and take in this relationship. And I feel like this person's good at making offers, but they don't see them through. They frequently reject you. They could be in another relationship and, you know, I feel like nothing's changing and yet you don't make any changes. You just kind of get angrier and angrier that your needs aren't being fulfilled and you can't let go of your faith. You can't accept it's over. But it feels like this connection is bringing you a tremendous amount of anxiety and yet you just don't want to give up, Jackie. You've got 3 9s out. So you're really being called to go within. 9 is the number of independence, self-reflection. It mirrors the hermit energy. So you're really being called to go within so that you can see this connection from a higher perspective, Jackie, but it's not your twin. Thank you. Thank you, Made for Love. I really appreciate you checking. Let me go back to that one. So that was Susan and Brian, wasn't it? So Susan and Brian. I still can't see anything for Susan and Brian. I'm so sorry, Susan and Brian, but I'm going to have to refund you. I don't know what's happening with your connection, but I wasn't able to look at it, and neither was Made for Love. So we're going to get that refunded for you. Please be patient, Linda. We'll sort that out for you. Okay, let's see who is next. Ceci and Dino. Ceci, Dino is your twin, but he also really needs clearing. Ceci and Dino. Oh man, let me just try and clear this up a little bit. Ceci and Dino. I mean, you guys are definitely twins, but there's a lot going on with both of you. It feels like you're both in a lot of dark night of the soul energy. It feels like both of you have a lot of darkness around you. So yeah, I can't see what's going on in your connection, but you are twins, Ceci and Dino. But I'm really sorry. It's very hard for me to see what's going on. You both need a clearing. You can do that for yourself if you ground and protect and intend that you are sovereign. And, you know, in fact, you can play this back on the recording. But the words I recommend when you're trying to clear yourself is: I now remove, rescind, renounce, recant, revoke, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all entities, attachment, cords, and agreements that do not serve me for my highest good. And you need to visualize flushing out your energetic field with golden white light, and you need to do that regularly and ground and protect regularly, I beg your pardon. Okay, right, who is next? Jaleesa and Dave. Jaleesa and Dave, you are up next. It's 22:22 here. That's the time on the clock as I look at Jaleesa and Dave. Magic. And you are twin flames too. So Jaleesa and Dave. Jaleesa and Dave. Jaleesa and Dave. Okay. So apologies, I'm getting some interference, although it's not you two. Rob has got a karmic. It's up really close. So that's a connection he's still in or hasn't fully left yet. I can't cut that cord. Jaleesa, you have a karmic cord also, but it's a really old one, so I'm going to cut that away for you. You may be a bit emotional for a couple of days. Just sit with it. Give yourself time. I've already done Michaela and Rob. Michelle Cornwell, I did do Michaela and Rob. I beg your pardon, Jaleesa. Right, so you have done a fair amount of healing. I am feeling like there's a lot of pent-up sexual tension between you and Rob that really needs to be released. So I know he's in a relationship, but if you have an opportunity to do the jiggy, as I call it, you definitely should. It's going to blow open his heart space, and he is really resistant to emotional expression. He really resists. He resists this connection. He's in a lot of denial, but it's very painful for him because he is in a connection, it seems. He is in a relationship, but you need to hold firm, hold fast, and have faith. Stay on your healing path, because I'm seeing that you are a natural born healer. You are also very naturally mediumistic, so it would help you to get some guidance and mentoring with how to open your channel safely. So I'm sending you lots of love. You definitely are twins. Keep going. I know you feel very stressed at the moment, but you're doing good with your healing. So you just need to stick with it. Okay, Christina and Leon. I am still taking payments. You can send payment to PayPal only, please. You must include your YouTube name, your first name, and your twin's first name, or the person you believe is your twin. Without that information, you will not get on the list. So please make sure you include it in the PayPal notes, and Linda will put you on the list for me. Okay, Christina and Leon. Christina, I'm not seeing that Leon is your twin. It doesn't look to me like you have twin flame lights activated, so I'm going to pull some cards for you and see what could be going on with you there. We've got the Page of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Three of Pentacles, the Tower, Knight of Swords in reverse. Christina, I feel like Leon is probably involved with someone else and has just completely disregarded you. I'm getting a tremendous amount of emotional overwhelm here and a lot of very harsh words spoken. I feel like he's come in like a player, perhaps been really romantic and charming and sexy, and then he's vanished and it's caused a really bad tower moment. Once you learn to love yourself, darling, and you bring yourself back into balance, there is a beautiful relationship waiting in the wings that isn't going to include some player involved in a third party. So you need to kick Leon to the curb, because there are better things coming to you, but you have to love yourself enough to move away from this connection. It doesn't serve you, and you need to learn to fill your own cup, is what I'm hearing, okay? You've got a lovely hubby waiting in the wings, just wanting to sweep you off your feet. And this guy, Leon, is distracting you from your true path. So you need to move forward, Christina. Right, Nikki and Joey, you are up next. Let's have a look. Nikki and Joey. Nikki and Joey. Okay. You're dealing with a false twin, Nikki and Joey. You have got your twin flame lights activated, but you have not met your true DM. The person I'm seeing represented as Joey is in the dark. So let's get some cards for you. This means you're going to meet a real DM. I mean, it looks like this connection's definitely been painful. This person may be involved with someone else. They could be very depressed. And I feel like this is someone that doesn't know how to apologise. But this is someone that's created a lot of depression and disillusionment for you. You're being called to get back on your own feet, to take responsibility for self. There's definitely a powerful karmic lesson in this connection. And I know it's painful, but you need to work through it. You need to work through it, because this person's blocking the flow of, the real twin energy here. And you really need to focus on getting more grounded in your material world. I feel like whatever this trauma is that you've been through with this person has distracted you from your 3D reality, and too much so you need to get balanced and powerful again. That's where your power is. That's how you get back into your groove, I feel, for you. You may be an earth sign. So I really hope that was helpful. Right, so for whoever missed that, how to clear yourself, it was, you can play it back on the recording, but it's I now remove, rescind, renounce, revoke, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all karmic cords, agreements, contracts, attachments that do not serve me for my highest good. So you can play that back later, guys. So that one was for Nikki. I'm sorry, Nikki. Right, next up is Sumatra and Navpreet. Sumatra and Navpreet. Okay. Sumatra and Navpreet. Sumatra and Navpreet is not a twin. But it does feel like there could be a happy union for you two. Just because they're not a twin doesn't mean there's not something else. I don't know, I'm picking up this maybe of some kind of loss for you guys that's created a tower moment. This could be the loss of a child or a baby or something like that. But it's a pain that you don't want to let go of. I mean, if I've totally got this wrong, I'm picking up also this person may already have a family with 2 children that he will not leave behind, because we've got a lot of indecision here. But either way, I mean, there's a lot of pain here. I feel like things are out of balance with you two at the moment, but they can be brought back into balance. There's some kind of truth that needs to be spoken, conflict that needs to be worked at resolving. And I'm thinking actually my second assessment of a third party connection was more relevant than you guys already being together and losing a kid. I think it was the second one. But you've got to learn to trust your own intuition on this. Right, I hope that was helpful. Right, Adriana, we don't have a payment from anyone else with an Alejandro. We've done Maria and Alejandro. If you can please wait, and I will square this up with you at the end. Lindy has checked and she can't find any other payments. So she has checked a number of times. Right, let's have a look. See who is next. Jennifer and Adam. Jennifer and Adam. Jennifer, I'm really sorry. I'm not seeing that you and Adam are a twin. This is a karmic relationship. Your twin flame lights are not activated. There's probably been a lot of conflict around this, and I feel like Adam gets very jealous because you are more accomplished than him, perhaps. It makes him feel emasculated. But you cannot dim your light for anybody. I feel like the conflict is particularly traumatic between you two. We have got the Tower card here, and yet you seem very reluctant to leave, even though there's a lot of conflict, a tremendous amount of resentment and bitterness, and neither of you know how to work this out. You are not balanced or in your spiritual power, and there are no winners in this argument. I feel like you both just end up feeling defeated. So this is a very karmic relationship that's designed to help you move into your own power, move away from unhealthy communication patterns. And until such a time as you do, I'm guided that you're going to keep going around in circles. This is very much a case of evolve or repeat. So I really hope that you're able to resolve that. But it's definitely not a twin connection. Right. Who is next? Ginger and Dane. Ginger and Dane. I'm not getting any clarity on your connection, Ginger. You need to be cleared. I need to clear myself after even looking at that. I'm really sorry. I'm going to get Linda to refund you. I can't do you. I'm really sorry. You need a clearing, my darling. Right, I'm just going to take a minute to clear myself. Bear with me. Okay, right, that's a bit better. Whew, light bums. Right. Sorry, Ginger, about that. You're going to need a clearing, my love. Right, Pamela and Jim. Pamela and Jim, you are up next. Jim is a twin flame. I don't think that's good news for you. I feel like you really wanted to hear otherwise. Okay. Pamela and Jim. Okay, Jim looks to be on his way out of a very long-term relationship. Either he's just left it or he is leaving it. Pamela, you've got a very old karmic cord attached, which I can cut. That's from several years ago from how I see it. I can't cut Jim's cord. There's too much going down there. Now, Pamela, you are a natural healer and psychic, and you really need to embrace that, because above all else, you have the power to heal yourself, and you're not doing that at the moment, my love. You really need to step into your healing power. You really need to start healing yourself, darling. You're in so much pain. You even look sad in the way I'm seeing you. Yeah, it's like, but you've got all of this healing power that you're just not using. So you really need to get on that healing path. He is your twin, but he has got karma that needs to be resolved. So you're going to have to be really patient with him and allow him the time and space to resolve that, my darling, okay? But I'm sending you lots of love and light. Okay, Nikki and Clarence. We're nearly at the end of the list, guys, and I'm pretty tired. I've been going for 90 minutes. So I'm not going to take any more. I'd ask that you please do not send any more payments. If any more payments come in, I will send a refund hereafter. So please hold payments now. I don't want to take any more. I'm going to finish what's on the list, but I am very, very tired. So I'm not going to do any more. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Nikki and Clarence. Okay, Nikki and Clarence. I'm seeing that you are not twin flames. So I'm going to pull some cards for you instead. I don't see that you've got twin flame lights activated. So let's see what is happening in your connection with this person. What's going on with you and Clarence? Wow, these are big cards for you. All major arcana. So I feel like there's not a great deal happening in this connection. It's like it's just not moving forward. There's some kind of truth that hasn't been revealed. I feel like Clarence isn't speaking to you, and you're just feeling very depleted by the energies of this connection. And despite this, you just don't want to give up. So this is a really rough experience for you now. I don't believe you have a soul connection with this person. And as I said, they're definitely not your twin. But we arrive at the twin flame journey for a reason. There's a lot of nines come out for you. And I really feel like you're being asked to step into your divine feminine power and focus on your own abundance. We've got the Hermit here, which is about inner reflection. Lighting yourself up from the inside. There's a real need to release anxiety and to work on your anxiety and depression. You've been in that too long. You are a powerhouse as far as career and abundance is concerned. And you need to trust that you can manifest everything you need and want. You have enough inside of you. You have enough light inside of you, enough drive. If only you could turn that stamina that you're putting into this connection towards healing and working for the highest good of self, you would be making a lot more progress, my darling. So I'm really sorry, Nikki, if that is not the result you wanted. So guys, I'm not taking any more payments. Please don't send any more. Readings are closed now. I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish what's on the list, of course, but I won't be taking any more. Kathy, I'm fairly certain I did do yours. I'm going to go back and look. Right. I mean, there's so many on here, Kathy. I can't find it at the moment, but I'm pretty sure I remember doing yours. Kathy and Matthew. I definitely did yours. So you must have missed it, my love. If when I watch back on the read, it's not there, then I will obviously send you a refund, but I'm pretty certain I did it. Okay, so next up we have Danielle and Daniel. That's so cute. You've got matching names. Oh, that's so sweet. And you are twins as well. Okay, so we've got a lot of DMs with karmics tonight. I feel like Daniel's karmic is kind of on, off, but there's just so much unresolved karma between them, and I can't cut that cord. Danielle, you do have a cord as well from a fairly recent relationship. I'm guessing this was in the last 2 to 4 years. It was a really brutally painful relationship. There's a lot of unresolved karma there between you, so you've done well to move on from it. But I'm going to cut that cord for you. You may feel a bit weepy and sad for a couple of days. Just sit with that. I'm also seeing that you have started healing. You've been really brave. You started facing those wounds. You've got really beautiful light. And I feel like even though Daniel is kind of dealing with his own karma, I do feel like he is open to healing. He's got a big, emotionally intelligent heart, and he's gonna heal in his own time. You have to trust and have faith. So here's your twin. You need to continue on the healing path. But yeah, he needs time to resolve his karma. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Right, Claudia and Greg. Claudia and Greg. Claudia, Greg is your twin flame. Greg has an old karmic cord attached, so I'm going to cut that for you. You've got an old one attached, which has been there a very long time, so I'm going to cut that for you. I am seeing that you haven't started healing, and Greg is very resistant to the triggers. It's like he's just so emotionally closed off. You two have a very powerfully connected cerebellum, which is the higher chakra, which deals with astral communication. So I feel like you have very strong telepathy, and a lot of healing can be done through that connection, because it's going to continue to trigger him in a way that the kind of heart triggers aren't working. So you continue with that telepathy, trust in it. But you do need to get on the healing path, Claudia. You can't keep avoiding it. I feel like you're putting yourself through so much pain because you know that you need to heal, and you tell yourself that you will, but you're just not committing the time to it. So you really need to give yourself that time. You're ready. You're ready to move forward in this journey. But I'm sending you lots of love and light. Okay, I'm not taking any more read, guys. Please don't send any more money. It will be refunded. Right, Monica and Manuk. Monica and Manuk. Okay. Adriana, now's not a good time to ask me. I'm sorry, darling. I have replied to your email. You need to check your spam folder. I'm in the middle of other readings, and I'm not looking at your connection now because there's problems with it and it compromised me last time. So please, I'd be really grateful if you'd take that to email. Right. Okay. I'm sorry to be so blunt there. I don't want to be compromised. Okay. Where was I? I've completely lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I just freaked out there because I got really badly compromised last time. Who was I on? Can anyone tell me what names I just said? Because I've lost my place on the list. I'm really sorry. That was a major distraction. What names did I just say I was about to do before? Monica and Manuk. Thank you, Monica. Right. Monica and Manuk. Yes, Manuk is your twin. It looks like Manuk is in a relationship, however, and I can't cut that karmic cord. Monica, it looks like you may also be involved with someone, or you've recently left a relationship. The cord on yours is very short, so it's kind of on the fence as to whether you're in it or out of it, but there's a distance there, but I can't cut yours either, my love. I'm not seeing that you've made any healing progress, and that these triggers are just bouncing backwards and forwards. So I'm assuming you must be in a tremendous amount of pain. I do feel like you've told this person you are soulmates at the very least. You've explained to him this is a soul connection, and honestly, he knows it. He knows this. But you really need to get on the healing path. My guys are saying you just keep going off track. And you want someone else to heal you. It's like you go to see other healers. You might go for Reiki treatments, but you're misunderstanding what healing means on this journey. You've got to heal yourself. This means going within and facing your inner demons, facing your inner wounds. It's self-judgment. That's what awakening and ascension is. It's self-reflection, self-judgment, taking care of yourself, learning to love yourself. In particular, you have a lot of intrusive thoughts which really hold you back. So you really need to get a handle on that. Okay. I really hope that helps. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Okay, Darlene and Stephen. Darlene and Stephen. So I've only got 3 left to do. That's Darlene and Stephen, Tammy and Scott, and Elisa and Ben. So the payments are closed, guys. If you have sent... Oh, no, I beg your pardon. There's 6. There's more. Elizabeth and Jason, Lachera and Rathas, Sarah and Vikas. So there's 6 more to do. I'm going to finish those, of course. Right, Darlene and Stephen. Darlene and Stephen. Darlene, I think Stephen is a false twin, my love. You have got twin flame lights activated, but I'm not seeing that you've met your DM. So let's get a feel for what's happening with Stephen here. So it could be that you're already in a relationship with this person, but you don't trust him. I feel like there's been some kind of cheating in the workplace or suspected cheating in the workplace and you don't trust him. This has created a lot of conflict which you can't move past. You just can't let it go. That's how it feels. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it does feel like there's been some kind of cheating and it just really plays on your mind. But this person isn't a real twin flame. I do feel like you are with this person. You could be even be married to them. And you don't want to let it go. But you're not happy either. You're very good at holding your feelings in. That's Scorpio energy. That's so restrained and not kind of letting it go. Yeah, and neither of you is communicating from a mature place, and he's not giving you the love you feel you want or deserve. I don't see that there can be a brilliant new start here. As I said, twin flame light is activated. This means you've got a twin flame incoming, but it's not Stephen, darling. I hope that was helpful for you, my love. Okay. Tammy and Scott. Tammy and Scott. Let's have a look. Tammy and Scott. Tammy, I don't see that Scott is your twin flame or that you have twin flame lights activated. So I'm just going to pull some cards for you to see what is happening with Scott. So we've got the 9 of Cups. This is the wish card. This is a card of emotional fulfillment. So it could be you're already in a relationship with this person. But let's have a look. Tammy and Scott. What's going on with Tammy and Scott? I feel like this is more of a karmic connection for you. Okay, this makes more sense. So it feels like there's a lot of deception in this connection. I don't know if you two are married or already in a relationship, but it's so interesting how we get so many of the same cards out when I do these false twin reads. I don't know if there's been like a situation with a third party here, but it feels like there's been a lot of deception and you're just not learning that lesson, so it's going round and round and round in circles. You've got to release that player energy. You've got to stop holding on to things that don't serve you. There's so much emotional manipulation in this connection. And honestly, I feel like that comes from both sides. You know, you've got like empath and narcissist, but empaths can be emotionally manipulative. You can be a vulnerable narcissist as much as an aggressive one. And I feel like there is a lot of emotional manipulation, very immature conversation in this connection. So I do really think that this is a karmic one. I don't know that there's hope for a long-term commitment, but we have got the lovers there, but I don't think it's marriage. I think it's transformation that is going to help this relationship work. And you really need to work at that. But I don't know if this person is husband material. Things need to be brought into balance. I think it remains to be seen. But, this person is definitely not your twin. So I hope that was helpful. Right, Elisa and Ben. Elisa and Ben. Elisa, Ben is your twin flame. Ben's got a karmic cord attached, but there's a distance with it. So I don't think this is a relationship he's still in. I'm going to cut that cord for you. Elisa, you also have a cord, but it's much closer. It feels like you are possibly the person in a relationship or you have recently left this relationship. So you have started healing. I'm picking up yoga really strong with you, or kind of a lot of physical meditation and mindfulness. And that's really good, but you need to just allow yourself to be still as well. I feel like activity is actually a distraction from your own power and mind. So you need to allow yourself to meditate in a place of absolute stillness. I feel like you're someone that needs to keep busy and distract yourself from your thoughts. But you need to allow yourself to get into a proper trance state so you can start healing from a deep place, is what I'm hearing. So I'm sending you lots of love. You can heal. Your twin is, honestly, I don't know if there's an age gap here, but he comes across as emotionally very immature and a very frustrating person to deal with. So... Michelle, no, it doesn't matter if your name, it's an energetic connection. So yes, Elisa, you're going to need to be patient with him, and now is the time to focus on you and your healing. Okay, my darling. So Michelle Cornwell, no, it doesn't matter if your name was pronounced wrong. Sorry, Michaela. Right, who's next? Elizabeth and Jason. So I've only got 3 more to do. Let's do this. Elizabeth and Jason, yes, you are twin flames. There's an incredible amount of healing power in your connection. That's to say, I think both of you are natural healers, not just one of you. You've both. I don't know if you're already a Reiki practitioner, because you've got beautiful light, but I feel like Jason probably is a natural healer as well, and you've both got huge third eyes, so a psychic power couple for sure. I do see that Jason may have a karmic connection that's not quite done yet, and I can't cut the cord on that one. Elizabeth, you've got 3 cords attached, God bless you, but they're all old relationships. I can cut all 3 of those cords for you. That is going to be pretty overwhelming, so please give yourself some time and space over this weekend to just relax and work through that. You have made a start to healing. Energetically, you're pretty good, but most of this work that needs to be done is in your root chakra, where you're very blocked, and there's a tremendous amount of anxiety that needs to be released and faced. So the ball really is in your court. Once you start healing, it's going to trigger Jason to heal big. Well, I'll say that you started healing, but once you start accelerating your healing progress, he's going to start healing too. I feel very positive about you two. You really have got like this power light between you. So I'm sending you lots of love. I hope that was helpful. Okay. Lucero. Lucero and Ratha. Lucero and Ratha. Okay. You are not twins. I'm really sorry, Lucero. I'm going to pull some cards for you instead. I don't see any twin flame lights activated for you. So I feel like this person just pretends like they don't know you, and you probably had a really deep and powerful connection with them, and they've just moved on, left you feeling pretty brokenhearted. As the Ten of Swords, that is a lot of pain. You need to let this go, because I don't see that there's going to be any kind of union here, but I do feel like there's going to be a powerful amount of healing. And even though this connection feels painful, it was part of the divine plan, and it's intended to move you forward. The universe doesn't always give us what we want, it gives us what we need. So you really need to let go of this connection. It doesn't serve you. There's a lot of emotional manipulation, imbalance here, and your soul is calling you to wake up and ascend and see the bigger picture. That's why you've arrived at this twin flame journey. Even though you're not a twin, you know, you're being called to wake up. So you need to accept that that relationship is not going to work. It's over. I'm really sorry. Okay, last one, guys. This is Sarah and Vikas. No more readings, Matriarch Mystic. We are closed for readings. Okay. The last one, Sarah and Vikas. Sarah and Vikas, you are definitely twin flames. I'm picking up a lot of darkness around your divine masculine. I do believe he may be in a dark night of the soul. I'm picking up some kind of just very dark energy around him. It's not easy to see what it is, but he definitely needs a clearing. He does have a karmic attached, but it's old, so I'm going to cut that. Sarah, you also have one that's up a bit closer, but I can cut that also. I'm not seeing that there's been any major healing progress on either side of the fence with this. Vikas has a big heart, but it is closed. It's like he's just very afraid. I feel he's also manipulated, not by you, but by someone around him. And he's sort of emasculated. He's not good at making his own decisions. So you really need to work on yourself at the moment, because I see he's got quite a lot of stuff within himself to resolve, and he's not ready to move forward with this, and neither are you, energetically speaking. So you really need to start healing and working on yourself. So, my lovely friends, thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure as always. If you would like to book a full twin flame connection check with me, you can do that through my website. Now, a normal twin flame connection check is a 15-minute face-to-face booking. There's a mini clearing for each of you, which includes grounding, chakra and auric fields. That also gives us a lot of information about you as individuals. And I do take a much closer look at the stage of the journey you're at and get a lot more feedback from my guides. So these are just mini checks that I've done for you tonight to help you get those answers. But if you'd like to book with me and have a private read, you can do that through my website. It's happysouls1111.com. Now, if for any reason you believe I've missed you this evening, Kathy, I'm saying that you believe I've missed you, please send a copy of your PayPal payment over. I will check the live recording, and if you've not been done, then I will refund you. So I do apologise. The list moves very fast. The payments move very fast. If we have missed anyone, you can, of course, claim a refund. You just need to drop me an email, hello@happytwins1111. So guys, if you would like to book a private read, head over to the website. I will do another one of these fairly soon. It's been so lovely to connect with you. Thank you to Linda. Thank you to Made for Love, and for all those other lovely ladies and gentlemen that held space for me and sent me love and light this evening. Lots of love, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.